Welcome, you're watching Plain Speak with me, Akanksha Swaroop. On Tuesday, turmoil hit the Congress government in the hill state of Himachal Pradesh as the Rajya Sabha results started trickling in, with news emerging of 9 Congress MLAs cross-voting for the BJP. The former Himachal Chief Minister and the current leader of opposition, Jairam Thakur, has been claiming that the Congress government does not have the numbers and has been reduced to minority. Putting up a brave face despite the rebellion that has rocked Himachal Congress, the Chief Minister Sukhvinder Sukhu has reiterated that there is no threat to his government. It is the BJP who is spreading rumours and that there is no question of Sukhu resigning. Hitting back at the BJP, the Congress has moved the Speaker to suspend 15 MLAs over creating a ruckus in the House. BJP sources also confirmed to CNN News18 that they are mulling to move the High Court against the Speaker's decision to suspend 15 MLAs and maintaining that the Congress government lacked majority. BJP's Rajya Sabha MP-elect Harsh Mahajan has in fact told CNN News18 that 10 more Congress MLAs were in touch with Bharatiya Janata Party. Amid the high drama unfolding in Himachal Pradesh, the Congress High Command has also rushed key observers. And who are they? DK Shiv and BS Huda, all the way to the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now, top sources in the party have also said that they are mulling a change in leadership to quell the revolt. Will Congress be able to save its government in Himachal Pradesh? That is the big question we take to our guests, but in just a bit. With that, let's also take a quick look at how the drama has been unfolding in Himachal Pradesh since yesterday. Well, it all began with 6 Congress rebel MLAs cross-voting for the BJP in Rajya Sabha elections yesterday. The Congress party immediately sought the disqualification of those 6 rebel MLAs. Having said that, even as the rebellion continues to brew within the Congress party in Himachal, several MLAs have been reaching out to the Congress High Command demanding a change of their chief ministerial face. And amid this turmoil, the Congress High Command has sent DK Shiv, even BS Huda to Himachal Pradesh as observers to also protect their flock. Earlier this morning, Himachal Pradesh Minister and former Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh's son Vikramaditya Singh resigned from the Council of Ministers. The Chief Minister has in fact refused to accept the resignation, and with several MLAs rebelling, the top leadership is also mulling a possibility of changing the Chief Minister's face. Meanwhile, let's also talk about the Speaker. He's gone ahead to suspend 15 BJP MLAs, including the leader of opposition in Himachal, and that is Mr. Jairam Thakur from the Assembly, for the charge of creating ruckus and misconduct inside the Assembly. The Congress leaders have also hinted at taking extreme steps in keeping the government safe within the state. The Chief Minister was quick to hit back at the BJP, claiming that the latter was only spreading rumours of his own resignation and that the Congress was a united front as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned. Now, with the current chaos that the state government is grappling with, let's also look at the possible scenarios. Well, let me bring you the first possible scenario. If 6 Congress rebel MLAs are disqualified, the House strength will be reduced to 62 from 68. And remember, the hearing of these 6 rebel MLAs is also currently underway. The Congress will win the trust vote with 34 MLAs if this happens, and the majority mark will be 32. BJP will have 28 MLAs. Let's also look at the second possible scenario. If the 13 disgruntled Congress MLAs resign, the result will be that Congress government will fall if the BJP brings in a trust vote. House strength will be reduced to 55 from 68, and the majority mark, the new majority mark in that situation will be 28. The Congress will be left with 27 MLAs. The BJP will continue to have 28 MLAs. That also includes the independents. Now, I also have a look at the third scenario. The rebel numbers go up, which is almost a likely scenario now, as the BJP has confirmed that more and more Congress MLAs are currently in touch with them. Congress will have no choice but to address concerns. Congress will be left with no other option apart from changing the chief ministerial face, and that will no longer be Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu. Congress will try to save its government with a new chief minister in the state, only to protect its own party in the state. As the Congress government is facing a big crisis in Himachal, its top leadership is mulling several options, and top Congress sources have also confirmed to CNN News18 that one option before the top leadership is to go for 2 deputy chief ministers in the state. Another option the top Congress leadership is looking at is to go in for a cabinet reshuffle. The third option, and almost the last resort for the top leadership, will be to make a possible change of its chief ministerial face, and that of course is going to mean that you change the chief minister, and that will no longer be Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu. And so, can Congress save its government in Himachal Pradesh? That is the big question we will be probing today. In an exclusive to CNN News 18, Himachal Pradesh's Rajya Sabha elect Harsh Mahajan has disclosed that at least 10 Congress MLAs want to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. Certainly doesn't mean good news for the Congress. Let's listen in to this big exclusive of CNN News 18.
ना तो मैंने इससे किसी ने इस्तीफा मांगा, ना ही मैंने कोई पेशकश की।
There are some issues which needed to be addressed. I have spoken to the Honorable Chief Minister also about it.
रिपोर्ट पेश करेंगे जल्द से जल्द। कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को कुछ कठोर निर्णय लेने होंगे।
15 विधानसभा के सदस्य हैं जिसमें जो जिनके नाम पड़े गए उनको सस्पेंड करने के लिए प्रस्ताव पारित करने के लिए वहां पर कहा गया।
Any government should have a strong opposition. It is not right, and the democratic values with such type of horse trading, someday it may boomerang.
Harsh Mahajan, who is the BJP Rajya Sabha MP elect and is joining us live on CNN News 18. Many thanks to you, Mr. Mahajan, for giving us your precious time. Let's begin by talking about the chaos that we are seeing ensue. Right, Mr. Mahajan, we are learning that your party is all set to march to the court precisely because of how the speaker behaved earlier during the day. Could I know your thoughts, please?
Yeah, madam, this has become a routine job of speakers in many states where they enjoy extreme power to suspend anybody, disqualify anybody, and this is a delay tactics. After all, the end result would be the same, but they can only we can only call it a delay tactics. But in fact, we have to somehow look in the constitution also. These provisions which are contrary to democratic norms shouldn't be there. It's not the time for this now. This rule has to be done away with.
Mr. Mahajan, the Honourable Speaker, Mr. Patania, has gone on record to accuse your party and those expelled 15 BJP MLAs that they were resorting to bad behaviour and that they very poorly conducted themselves in the Himachal Pradesh Assembly. How do you react to those allegations?
Have they shown anything on TV yet? Have they shown any cassette on the TV yet? Nothing was done in the House. Nothing was done in the House. It's just a fabricated case. Nothing of the sort happened, and this is only a delay tactics. कि भी speaker के हाथ में है ये कर दो, तो he can only suspend or disqualify so that their budget could pass, so that they could gain time. Now the observers of the Congress party have reached Shimla. They want to probably change the chief minister,
right,
or why they have come. But yeah.
Mr. Mahajan, that's why I want to ask you, is this the Congress party outmaneuvering its own party? Because we've also seen Priyanka Gandhi Vadra take to Twitter or X and accuse your party of manufacturing this crisis only to topple the government in Himachal Pradesh. How do you react to, say, the Congress High Command blaming the Bharatiya Janata Party for this?
Madam, they blame us for their own sins. You know, this is a kind of sometimes they call it Operation Lotus, sometimes they call it something else. So this is the disgruntlement of the Congress everywhere. That is what has happened in Himachal also. Every congressman or every Congress MLAs are kind of disgruntled with their own chief minister. They are the dysfunctioning of the Congress party the discontentment is so great that they are ready to do everything. So this is the outcome of that only. In fact, I have been in the Congress for a long time before I switched over to the Bharatiya Janata Party about 3 years back. And
Please go ahead and finish what you were saying, Mr. Mahajan, before I take my next question.
Yeah, so this dismantling of the Congress is taking place everywhere throughout India. This is because the leadership and the thinking and the psychophancy and the aristocracy of Congress, as if they are living in the fool's paradise all the time. They are still behaving in such a way, and this five-star culture of Congress is really deplorable.
Mr. Mahajan, those defending the Congress party at the moment, especially the High Command, have said that here's the Congress party trying to break away from the image of being a dynastic, of dynasty politics, someone that doesn't want to sort of prioritize legacy and give those who've worked from the grassroots levels somebody like a Sukhvinder Singh, Sukhu, who is now being pitted against the family of Mr. Veerbhadra Singh, because we've heard what his son also had to say. All those rebel MLAs that have been in touch with your party, something that was very evident by the cross voting that took place when you were elected as the Rajya Sabha MP. I want to know from you, what is the sense that you're getting from these rebel MLAs who want to join the Bharatiya Janata Party in terms of the discontent that's brewing within the Congress of Himachal Pradesh?
You see, this is a pattern in which the Congress operates. There is so much groupism in the Congress, there is so much discontentment in the Congress, and they are caught in their own web all the time. And then the leaders are put from the center. They will make anybody they like, and it's not a democratic party at all. And now the whims and fancies of Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka ji, that's all it is.
Mr. Mahajan, my last question to you. My last question to you is about the numbers. The Congress is very confident that even if you take away those 6 rebel MLAs, they still have the majority mark. Could you give us a sense of what are, in terms of numbers, the kind of Congress MLAs, how many numbers are we looking at, the ones who want to jump and come and join the BJP?
Now, those who fence-sitters in the Congress have already approached us that we want to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. And, there is groupism there. So, a lot of MLAs, at least 10 MLAs, who have approached us to join the Bharatiya Janata Party, we will be comfortable. This Congress government is going to fall anytime, any day. This is the beginning of the end of the Congress in Himachal.
All right, we'll have to wait and watch in terms of how true that statement is. But many thanks to you, Mr. Mahajan, for joining in on CNN News 18. You heard what the BJP Rajya Sabha elect Mr. Mahajan had to say, and that's the big question we will be exploring today. Can the Congress save its government in Himachal Pradesh? Let me also introduce our esteemed panelists today. I'm joined in by Mr. R.P. Singh, who's the national spokesperson of the BJP. I'm also joined in by Adil Singh Boparai, who's the national spokesperson for the Congress party. Amitabh Tiwari, who's the election strategist. Also joined in by Sumit Chander, who's a senior lawyer and constitutional expert. Many thanks to you, gentlemen, for joining in. Amitabh, if I could begin with you, many in defense of Congress party are saying that it does seem like advantage Congress, considering the numbers are still with them even if those rebel MLAs get disqualified. I'd like to know your thoughts.
See, essentially, in this situation, the governor and the speaker have a very important role to play. And the speaker is of the Congress party, and he has suspended some 15 MLAs of the BJP as per the news reports. So even if the Congress MLAs are disqualified, as you showed, Congress still has the majority because the number is still 6. So unless this number of, let's say, rebels or disgruntled MLAs in the Congress party increase from this level, I mean, it goes beyond 6, it looks like the government is in safe hands. However, Vikramadit's resignation today and his press conference does show that there is a bit of discontent in the local leadership. The central observers have reached, and there could even be a change of guard or leadership in Himachal to save the Congress government. So I think all the options are still available with both the parties, and it all depends upon how the Congress party is able to contain this or control this damage from here on.
Right, damage control is the top focus for the Congress party. Having said that, Sumit, if I could bring you in on this bit. We've heard Jairam Thakur accuse the Congress party of evading a division of votes, saying that they lack the majority at the moment. Having said that, with 15 BJP MLAs already suspended, how important and crucial now is it for the Bharatiya Janata Party to move towards the court? Something that was also highlighted by Amitabh in terms of the role of the governor and the speaker particularly.
See, of course, the role of the governor is very clear so far in these situations are concerned. And Article 175(2) of the Indian Constitution empowers the governor to conduct the floor test. But at the same time, the governor is to conduct the floor test whenever there is a request for a no confidence motion is made. Then in such a case, governor is obligated to call for a floor test and to prove the majority on the request of such no confidence motion. This was held by the Supreme Court in the R.S. Bomai case. Now, governor, of course, will have a very important role to play, but of course, the new situation that has arisen that there has been certain suspensions, there is still a majority to be proved. This is a time where either party can now approach the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, looking into the circumstances, can decide as to whether the right to vote should remain with the persons who were suspended, whether those MLAs were suspended rightly within the permissible laws. That is to be seen and decided by the Supreme Court now.
Absolutely. Adil, I'd like to now come to you. What was seemingly a very easy exercise for your party? Well, you faced defeat yesterday. Let's get down to the brass tacks of this. Why would your party lose, especially in a scenario when the numbers were clearly with you? That also goes on to indicate that there is dissatisfaction brewing within the Congress in Himachal.
Akansha, democracy is being demolished in this country. And unfortunately, the institutions are playing the role of cheerleaders in celebrating this demolition. This is the reality.
Adil, are you saying that democracy is being demolished? Then what does it speak of your own party? What does it speak of your own 6 MLAs who've rebelled against your own party?
How do you expect a party with 25 MLAs to defeat a party with 40 MLAs? Let's look at plain arithmetic. The only way a party with 25 MLAs can defeat a party with 40 MLAs is if there is cross-voting. And when is there cross-voting? There is cross-voting when there is coercion, there is cross-voting when there is inducement, and there is cross-voting when the BJP's dirty tricks department comes into play. And this has been noticed in state after state. I can give you more than a dozen examples over the past 9 years. This is not the first time that this has happened. So therefore, let's not be naive to think that this is happening all on its own, or it's a pretty coincidence. These machinations have been organized by the highest echelons of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Point number 1. Point number 2, let me assure the people of this country that the Congress government will complete its term. And to the BJP, the people of Himachal Pradesh, the constituents of Himachal Pradesh, the voters of Himachal Pradesh in December 2022 have given a resounding to the Congress party. Please don't forget this. The voters are supreme. The voters have given a mandate. Today, it is the BJP which is stealing that mandate.
All right.
So therefore,
on that note,
is the BJP's misconduct.
All right, so I'm going to bring in Mr. R.P. Singh to come up with a rebuttal to that. Mr. Singh, you heard what Adil is saying. He's made some very valid points that I also personally agree with. But having said that, do you think that these are machinations of the BJP alone? And that's also a charge that's come in from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra earlier during the day. She's accused your party of indulging in horse trading. Having said that, what do you also make of the discontent within the Congress party now that we have these rebel MLAs coming over to your fold?
Akansha, first let's understand what was the difference of the vote percentage during the last election. It was 0.5% was the difference of vote percentage. So, I mean, they chest thumping about that they got a very big mandate. That's why I thought I'll clear this also. But coming to the point, remember Rajasthan, they merged BSP with the Congress. 6 BSP MLAs were merged with Congress. No one raised a question. No one raised a voice. Congress never raised a voice that time. Why BSP, all BSP MLAs are joining Congress party? In this election only, Karnataka, 2 of our MLAs, one of them voted for them, one of them skipped voting. I mean, they never said anything on that also. So it is as per the suitability as it suits. And let me give you one more data. In between 1951 and 1967, 542 MLAs crossed over to Congress party. This is on record. And between February 1967 to March 1968, more than 438 MLAs crisscrossed various parties. So this has been happening from long. I mean, how can you forget
Adil,
Mr.
how do you respond to this selective? Right, okay, Mr. Singh, I want to know from Adil.
Give me a second, another second. Can I, Akansha, have another second?
Sure.
Another second, please. So also, who started this Jairam Gairam culture? Who started that Jairam Gairam culture? How can we forget that? And also, I mean, recently TMC took away their one MLA from Bengal. Only one who was elected in by-election. He joined TMC. They never made any hue and cry, and they keep repeating the same that this is Operation Lotus and all. But how can we forget the press conference of Mr. Vikram Aditya, who said his father was the chief minister for 6th time and he couldn't get 6 yards of place for placing a statue of Veerbhadra Singh ji. He was in tears by saying that. So if you push people to vote, people will react.
All right.
And in Congress has been pushing their MLAs and their leaders to the wall.
Adil, would you agree that your party has been pushing your MLAs to the wall? Because someone like, say, Navjot Singh Sidhu has gone on record to say the Himachal crisis is only a reminder for your party to introspect and see who are the liabilities and assets to the grand old party. Do you think that you are now harboring those liabilities and depending on them to bring you a majority?
Akansha, I'm so grateful to R.P. Singh ji that he didn't go back to the 14th century or the 15th century to prove a point here. The fact of the matter today is that the Congress, in a state of 68 constituencies, 140 seats in 2022, we have a mandate in our favor. The BJP is not just cheating the Congress party, the BJP is cheating the voters of Himachal Pradesh. Please understand this. This is the same chief minister and the same government which worked morning to evening during the national calamity, during the floods in Himachal Pradesh. The BJP didn't come to the state's rescue as a central government. But having said this, it is happening with frequency in state after state, in every opposition ruled state.
No, but Adil, how do you also respond to the allegation coming in that the 15 BJP MLAs have been expelled purely as a delaying tactic and that you were scared of losing majority? That's also an allegation that's come in from a Mr. Jairam Thakur.
Akansha, if the MLAs start manhandling marshals, if the MLA create ruckus and violence in the well of the house, if they resort to unparliamentary language, what action will be taken? Then the speaker's taken action in consonance with the constitution. Didn't the vice president expel members of parliament? Did you not? Why did you not put this question to the BJP then? Was that not murder of democracy?
That's a question we will be taking from Mr. Singh also, that their party MLAs have been accused of misconduct and misbehavior. Mr. Singh, that's the question I also posed earlier during the day to Mr. Harsh Mahajan, and he said that prove it if you can. There is no recording that can indicate that our MLAs resorted to any kind of misconduct or misbehavior. Mr. Singh, I'd like to
Well, I
know
have
your
nothing
response.
more to add to what Mr. Mahajan has said. That I have nothing more to add to what Mr. Mahajan has said, that they should show some video or some other proof that yes, the MLAs were misbehaving. I mean, it's just a story which they have built up. But fact is, he's saying past. Let me give you some more details. More than 90 times governments were dismissed by Mrs. Gandhi and Congress party under Section 356 in their regime. 90 times. So they talk about democracy. I mean, and they talk about people changing stances. But fact is that after the press conference of Vikramaditya, there is nothing left. He has categorically stated that the leadership has no time for the party MLAs and for the local state leaders.
Right.
So that categorically and clearly shows that there is a problem within the Congress. They are not able to manage their house well, and they keep harping on us. They keep blaming us for whatever happens within their party.
All right, point taken, and that is exactly what I'm going to now come to with you, Adil. How do you respond to what Vikramaditya had to say? He's gone on to say that his father and his entire family have been slighted by the Congress party. Now, would you call that also a machination of the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Well, Akansha, I haven't heard what Mr. Vikramaditya Singh has said, but let me
let me inform you that he in fact was a very emotional, it was a very emotional Vikramaditya Singh who went on record. Let me share with you, let me share for your information that there was a very emotional Vikramaditya Singh saying that it was because of his father, the late Mr. Veerbhadra Singh, that the Congress party came to power in Himachal Pradesh for 6 times, and that his father's statue was not being allowed to be raised in the mall area of Himachal Pradesh in Shimla. He had various reasons to, in fact, voice his angst that his parents, his mother was also not given adequate attention, or whatever their views were not incorporated as far as the entire unity of the party there is concerned. That is for your information.
Akansha, I am not part of the Himachal government. I cannot respond to specifics. But let me, on a larger plane, state this on behalf of the Indian National Congress Party, that late Veerbhadra Singh ji was one of our tallest leaders. He was a statesman par excellence. The Congress party and the Congress leadership has the highest of regard for him. And let's not forget, it was the same BJP government which raided his premises.
No, but how does that regard translate when you see an emotional son making an appeal that I want the Congress High Command to play ethically, to go by principles? That means they are not happy with the way the Congress party is dealing Himachal.
I cannot comment on the specific point raised by him about erecting a statue. I can't comment on it. I'm not part of
Fair enough, but what about the discontent? What about the angst that are being voiced by the son?
Please understand, he is the PWD Minister of the State at a young age of 34.
There must have been something that led him to resign and step down from the Council of Ministers.
No, he's a very, very promising leader. He's a very promising leader, and the Congress party has the highest of regard for his family. But also, let's not lose sight of the fact that he is one of the youngest ministers in the country. And if he has any reservations, I am sure that the Congress party will address them. We are one family. The Congress is one family. If there are any reservations, 2 observers have gone from the AICC. They will furnish a report. All grievances will be addressed, if there are any. But that doesn't take away the fact that the BJP is trying to demolish democracy in Himachal Pradesh. They did that in Arunachal. They did that in Bihar. They did that in Maharashtra. They did that in Karnataka. They are attempting this in Jharkhand. They are doing it in Jammu and Kashmir. It is state after state.
Unfortunately, Adil, that seems like a half-baked argument right now. It seems like a half-baked argument right now, because you have people from your own party coming out and voicing dissent. Having said that, I want to take my question from Mr. R.P. Singh. Mr. Singh, you know, the BJP has been very quick in accusing the Congress party of playing dynasty politics. Well, we've had someone over here, someone like Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, who's risen from the ranks. He, as we all know, has been the son of a bus driver. And now we see him being pitted against legacy. How would the BJP now react? Because we do see a Priyanka Gandhi Vadra go on to Twitter, back Mr. Sukhu with all the support she could, with all the might. And till date, we're seeing that, it seems like they want to stick to Mr. Sukhu as a chief ministerial face. But now, how do you view Congress party trying to move away from that accusation of being fond of legacy?
Well, we have nothing to do with the internal politics of or internal dynamics of the Congress party. I mean, they have to manage their house well. It's not us. The 6 MLAs which has left Congress and has left Himachal also, they are there in Panchkula. They are not from the family or dynasty. It's a dynasty which is holding Congress responsible within the party. So they need to answer questions to those MLAs also who has voted against the party order, and also they need to answer Mr. Vikramadutte also. I mean, it's up to them to manage their house, not us. When leaders like Sushmita Dev leaves and joins TMC, how can we be held responsible? Or Priyanka Chaturvedi leaves and joins Shiv Sena, or Mr. Chaku joins NCP, or there's a leader who recently joined NCP in Mumbai also. So how can we be answerable for all their leaders who joins us
Adil,
or
I
other
want to know
parties?
your views on this, because many experts have gone on to say that Congress has now fallen prey to legacy politics, to dynasty politics, and something we've already seen happen in Himachal, because everyone knows the clout and the kind of command that the late Honorable Veerbhadra Singh had, also something that's also being carried forward by Vikramaditya.
What is Anurag Thakur? Is that not an example of dynasty politics? What is Jyotiraditya Scindia? Is that not an example of dynasty politics? What is the example as far as late Mr. Gopinath Munde's family is concerned? I can give you numerous examples. Mr. Yedurappa's dynasty. What about Mr. RPN Singh, who's now become a member of parliament from the BJP? I can go on and on with these lists. What about Mr. Vasundhara Raje Scindia's dynasty? What about Mr. Amit Shah's dynasty? What special credentials does Mr. Jai Shah have to become secretary of the BCCI, if not dynasty? RP Singh ji, please throw some light on this. Is that not an example of dynasty? Is that not because he is the son of the Home Minister of this country, or does he have special cricketing skills?
Mr. Singh, how would you like to respond to that? I'm running short of time. Let me quickly take closing thoughts from Amitabh also. But Mr. Singh, if you would like to respond to that and then move over to Amitabh.
Well, dynasty means when we know that Jagat Prakash Naddaji's son will be the next president of the party, or his son will be the next president after him of the party. I mean, in Congress, it's only the Congress family which rules the party, and it is one which decide on the fate of the party members. And then that's why Priyanka Vadra is there, showing that he is running the dynasty. She is the one who is managing the dynasty, and she is the one who is answering on behalf of the dynasty. So whether she is supporting Sukhu or whether she is supporting Vikramadutte is up to them to decide whatever suits them. But yes, in our party, no one knows who will be the next party president. So this is the difference between the dynasty. Yes, there are people who are capable and who has caliber within the party, and who can be son of a child of a individual. But if he is capable and caliber, if he is a caliber, he will make his place.
All right.
Unlike Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who has been relaunched again and again.
Adil, would you like to respond to that, considering we already have seen how this is now steering? Do you think that the chief ministerial face will be changed if that is what the majority of the Congress MLAs demand?
Akansha, the BJP is organizing Operation Lotus in Himachal Pradesh at a time when there is complete denigration of the constitution in Manipur. You have armed miscreants attacking an ASP officer's house.
Adil,
there is complete breakdown. They don't want to talk about the issues at hand. On the contrary, they are deflecting people's attention.
No, but we are also deflecting, because right now we are talking about Himachal and how your
When was
party
the
needs
last
to
time
save.
Manipur was discussed?
It was.
There is
It was.
complete
I don't want to
breakdown.
get down
There is
into
breakdown
whataboutery
of
right now.
constitution in
Amitabh
Manipur.
Tiwari, I give you 15 seconds. Please let me know, how will the equation be impacted now with the 15 MLAs from the Bharatiya Janata Party being suspended? Is this going to impact the BJP, and how?
So essentially, BJP can approach the court, but I don't think the court is going to interfere in the suspensions, because then it is getting too much into the discretionary power of the speaker. However, the MLA's disqualification might reach the courts, and there is no whip for voting in Rajya Sabha. So the MLAs cannot be disqualified just on the pretext that they have cross-voted. So that is also an angle which will come into the play.
All right.
Now the Congress party has, the ball is in their court. They have to manage the discontent, and if they are able to, the government is likely to survive.
All right, Sumit, do you agree with what Amitabh just said? Of course, it seems like the Congress party still has hope and there is silver lining left, but what happens to the BJP now with their expelled MLAs?
See, very sure one thing is there, that one of the parties either ways will go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, whether it interferes, of course, it cannot get too much into the depth of it. But of course, depending as to what case is made out, Supreme Court will interfere to a certain extent, and then this issue will get resolved.
All right, many thanks to you, gentlemen, for joining in on this discussion. And with that, we slip into a quick break. We'll be back with more news and updates. Stay tuned to Plain Speak.